I'll be showing you a simple yet very powerful technique that anyone could learn and do. And yes, that includes the children, teenagers, and young adults. Before I begin, let me take a step back and share with you the purpose of doing cortices from a computer's perspective. When you are browsing on the internet and then your screen suddenly goes frozen or hangs, what do? Well, the first thing you do is most likely press the refresh button. If nothing happens, then what you do next is reset or reboot your entire computer, isn't it? So, as humans, we go through some form of stress on a regular basis, don't we? So how can we help our body get out of freeze mode, get out of the fight and flight mode so that we could operate more calmly, rationally, effectively, and optimally so that our health and well-being is on optimal level. The Cortices technique is amazing to do exactly just that, allowing our entire body and mind system, including the emotional levels, to be operating at an optimal level. We have better health and better relationship. I'll be doing this video in two parts. In the first part, I'll show you how the technique is done, and then on the second part, I'll share with you a little bit more of the mechanics of the technique and how it has helped a lot of my BodyTalk clients for more than 10 years now. So let's begin. Let me introduce you to the three things that you'll be doing throughout the entire Cortices technique. First is the tapping, and you're going to be tapping three places. First, you're going to start with the head, and with one hand, any hand is fine. You will be contacting your head and make sure your fingers are spreaded, and then you have contact with both your right and the left hemisphere of your head. So it looks something like that. Okay? And the second place you'll be tapping is your sternum. Sternum is the bone where your rib cage meets, or you're tapping the heart. So you're going to do it like that. And the third place you're going to tap is the navel area or the gut area. The second thing you'll be doing is breathing. You're going to take nice, slow, gentle, deep breath throughout the entire Cortices technique. And the third thing you'll be doing is called the hand positions, where you'll be placing your hand in certain parts of the head. The hand that you'll be using for placing, make sure this hand's fingers are closed. Okay, so what are the three things? Tapping, breathing, and hand position. If you're ready, let's go. We're going to start with placing one hand. Either hand is fine. Placing one hand at the base of your skull. The other hand is going to do the alternate tapping between the head, the sternum, and the navel area. And throughout this process, you're going to take nice, slow, deep breath. Okay? And each hand position, you're going to hold it for approximately 2 full breaths. So the rhythm and the momentum, I'll leave it to you, right? Okay, let's do it. Tapping your head. Alright. And you notice that I've taken 2 full breaths. And the next thing I'll do is I'm going to shift this hand upwards to the next position. And the tapping continues, alternating between the head, the heart, and the gut. After 2 breaths, move your hands up. Fingers closed, the one is holding and the one is tapping. Make sure it's being spread out. The part is touching your head. And you're going to move your palm from the back of your head all the way till you reach the top of the eyebrow. And then you're going to move it to the sides. And because you're tapping on your own and you only have one pair of hands, you can release both hands and pretending the hand is still there, and you still continue to tap. That's it. Isn't that easy to do? Cool. So let's move on to the next part, where I'll be sharing a little bit more of the mechanics of the Cortices technique and the science behind it. So a quick recap, what did we do? The first thing we did is the tapping. And the first place we tap is the head. So when we tap the head, we're actually waking up the brain. Either someone is in a stuck state, free state, emotionally feeling down, feeling stuck in whatever way, We are waking up the brain so that it can get out of that state. The next place we tap is the sternum and the heart. To explain that, let me use the computer analogy again. Assuming we want to make changes in a file, what do we do after we open the file or make changes? We click the save button. Clicking the save button is almost like telling the brain to save whatever we have changed earlier on. So when we tap the brain, we get the brain unstuck, and we want to we want to keep it that way, but life isn't like that. Sometimes the next way we can start. But as much as possible, we do not want the brain to keep storing whatever that was stuck the day before. We want to keep refreshing, we want to keep updating. So that's what the tapping on the brain and then tapping the heart represents. The third place that we tap is the gut or the navel. What is the body doing when we tap the gut? We are integrating the change back to the entire system so that our body can adjust and adapt to the changes that we just help our body do. So that's what the tapping actually represents. We make changes, help the body unstuck, keeping us fresh, keeping us moving forward with a less stress mode. When do we apply the Cortices technique and how often do we use it? That is the question that I've been getting from my clients for the past 14 years. You can tap your Cortices every morning or every evening, either once a day or twice a day, as you wish. As maintainers, just as we are brushing our teeth every day for oral hygiene, we would also like to keep our energy hygienic, isn't it? We want to stay focused, we want to stay fresh, we do not want to be easily hit by any emotional turbulence in the environment, right? So you can tap your Cortices as maintenance every day, or in a period that you might feel more stressful, then you can tap your Cortices even more, or even at that very point that you feel very stuck and something happened to you, you can do your Cortices technique as and when needed. Just a recap, we are actually helping our body reboot, refresh, so that we are more prepared, we can be more optimal, we can be more productive, we have ideas that can come out from us when we need it, or we can also use this as prevention, strengthen our mind, strengthen our immune system, and when we are ready and meet opportunity or meet a chance that we need to do some projects unexpectedly, we are ready for it, we have built our resilience, and we are definitely more ready to face whatever challenges coming to us. Keep yourself healthy, keep yourself happy, keep tapping your Cortices. Thank you so much for watching.